Assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with Unit 4. Today, inshallah, we are going to start Unit 5 of the same book, second year English book. In Unit 5, we are going to talk about, again, 3 lessons. 2 of them are essays. One is the poem. The title, or I would say the theme of the unit is Technology/Gender Inequality. In this unit, we will cover 2 major things. First, technology, the importance of technology, the advancement of technology, how did we end up with this modern technology, and how important is technology, how important it is for human life, how it is making our life easier. And the next, which is extremely important, that is gender inequality. We are going to talk about that idea in the next lesson, inshallah. In the first lesson, we are going to talk about technology. So this unit contains 3 readings, as I mentioned earlier. The first one is Technology and Society of the Future. I'm reading it from page 168 on your book. The second lesson is about gender inequality is detrimental to society. And the third reading selection, which is a poem, The Schoolboy. Today, we are going to talk about the reading selection 5.1, which is Technology and Society of the Future. We are going to talk about technology in a chronological order. What was wrong with the world previously without technology? How did we develop technology? And what are the different factors, or we can say different fields in human life that are important or playing an important and vital role to make the life of human easier, luxurious and comfortable. I'm going to read the text. I hope you have your books. Please open your books on page 169. I'm going to read the text. We are going to read it and then comprehend the lesson. At the end of the lesson, we are having an exercise. We will talk about that in detail also. First of all, let's begin reading the text and try to understand what is there in the text. The 21st century is the century of sophisticated technology and science. This is the first line of this essay. Technology and science began to make progress in the 17th century. Since then, technology and science have been making progress by leaps and bounds. New inventions and discoveries in the numerous fields have brought a revolution in the life of human beings. This is the first paragraph that I read from the passage, from the text, and this is an essay. Alongside explaining what is there in the text, I will also try to focus on the structure of an essay. So you see, this essay, it has begun with an interesting lead. The writer is just talking about technology in a generic way, and he is coming down towards his thesis statement in the very first paragraph. He is giving us the idea. He is encircling the whole idea, and he is drawing, a circle around his ideas, that these are my points that I will discuss it throughout the essay. That is how you come up with your thesis statement. It's another topic, essay writing and thesis statement, and how to frame a thesis statement, which definitely will be discussed in other lectures. For now, just try to focus and learn how to develop your argument. How do you claim and how do you give, argument and logical, logics to your claim that you make. So we will see how can we develop such a claim and then support it by logical arguments. I'm reading the passage again. The 21st century is the century of sophisticated technology and science. 21st century, no doubt, it is the century of sophisticated science and technology. That the technology that we have with us, it is quite sophisticated from that which we have previously. Just think and imagine in 20th century we did come up with the idea of computers, and then, but still, till the end of 20th century, these computers were not that effective and efficient, which we have right now. It is in the shape of laptops, even mobile phones. We can have palm tops even. laptop as small as you can carry them in your hand. So of course this is that is just one example which I gave from the computer or laptop. There are numerous and there are countless examples and that we can give as the models of sophisticated science and technology. Technology and science began to make progress in the 17th century. According to the writer, science and technology, it has, improving itself. It has begun its improvement and development mostly in 17th century. 17th century onwards, science and technology has, its pace is much faster than the previous times in the world history. Since then, technology and science have been making progress by leaps and bounds. Since then, after 17th century or 17th century onwards, science and technology is making progress with a lot of speed. It is not slow. It is quite fast. And new discoveries are coming out. We are discovering new things, phenomena, new inventions are coming up. So definitely the speed and pace of technological advancement is much higher, after 17th century. New inventions and discoveries in the numerous fields have brought a revolution in the life of human beings. New discoveries and inventions, it has brought a very huge change in the life of human beings. Previously there were so many things that we did not know, and our life was, not that easy. It is luxurious now. We have, so many things. For example, just a small example, the solar energy. Previously we used to run after water, build dams, or, atomic energy, or, coal energy, etc. There were so many different ways. But that is one of the most clean and easiest way to produce electricity or energy. That is, we call solar energy. That is one of the examples, right? Look at the next paragraph, please. The benefits got from science and its application are enormous, and probably it is not possible to enumerate these. There is no doubt about it. The writer says that the benefits that we are getting from science and technology, there are so many. We cannot exactly count them, that we can or we are being provided with facilities by science and technology. Like there are 10 fields that we have been facilitated by science and technology. They are numberless. There are so many. There are so many inventions, so many discoveries, so many blessings of science and technology that we cannot exactly enumerate them. We cannot number them. But, however, it is beyond doubt that science has helped a great deal in developing self-confidence. But, however, there is no doubt about it that science and technology has developed self-confidence in human beings. We are more self-confident, we are more bold, we are more, courageous than the previous times. How? We will find out. Self-esteem. It has increased the self-esteem, the moral of the general moral of human beings, and courage in human beings. And it encouraged them. It encouraged human beings to do certain things. For example, previously, man could not fly. In 20th century, in the very beginning of 20th century, or in the 18th century, man did not know how to fly, and it was one of the most we can say the most striking feature of human desires. Man always wanted to fly. And then at the beginning of 20th century, when we come up with the idea and we started, finally men started to fly, this was the idea which led toward the general exploration of the universe. Then we tried to reach to the moon, and then even today we are having a NASA's perseverance on Mars. Why do we have that on Mars? Because this discovery or this courage was actually based on that initial discovery or initial invention, that how can we fly. So when man started flying in the early 20th century, today Mars, the mission that NASA sent to Mars is based on, it is because of that first invention, right? So that is how it increased the self-esteem and the courage and self-confidence in human beings. Now, owing to scientific and technological advances, man is not at the mercy of his environment, but he has the capability to control and modify it to suit his need and requirement. Previously, man was most of the time, he was at the, he could not do much about his environment. He was, at the mercy of his environment. But now, man is more independent. Even see, like currently or in these days, we can have artificial rainfalls even. I still remember, I think in 2019 or in 2018, there was an extreme heat stroke in Karachi. And we were able to shower man-made rainfalls in that area, and we were successful in decreasing the temperature of the city. So here the writer is trying to explore the idea that previously man was mostly at the mercy of his environment. Whatever the environment or the nature was providing, man was bound to take it as it was. Man has little capabilities to alter it, to change it, or to bring any other changes or revolution or even evolution in those ideas, right? Previously, people believed in superstition and in certain supernatural forces for the control of the future. Previously, people used to believe on superstition. What is superstition? Superstition is, for example, we used to say in Urdu, Kali billi ne rasta kaata to din kharab hoga, etc., etc. So these type of superstitions were previously very much dominant in the society. Now we can see that, and we believe that a black cat has nothing to do with your day. Even if it crosses you or not, if it has nothing to do with your future or with the day that is ahead of you, it will be good or bad. It is not just because of a black cat just crossed your way. Now, man is, but he has the capability to control and also we were mostly concerned. We used to say that my future is dependent on these supernatural things. People also used to believe in magic and fortune telling. People used to believe on magic a lot before science and technology. And fortune telling, people used to check your palms and they will tell you, okay, you will have 2 wives, you will have 10 children, and people used to believe on that. Or for example, your first child will die at the age of 5. And then people used to have these things in their minds. So science and technology, now we have medical sciences, they can tell you, what is problem, what is, the expected life of that child. For example, if even there is a problem with that child or with that person, through medical sciences, we can tell that, for example, a man have 3 months or 2 months, or cancer patients or AIDS patients, etc. Previously, people used to believe on superstitions and magic and fortune telling for most of their part. By adopting scientific method, human beings are now more confident to handle their environmental conditions. And in the same way, by deploying or by adopting scientific methods, human beings are more confident. They can now even change their environments. For example, we have ACs and different tools. You don't like it, just switch on your AC and the room temperature will go down. So that is all because of scientific discoveries. Human beings no more attribute the weather conditions or disasters to supernatural bad or evil forces. They think independently, logically and scientifically. For example, previously we used to say the earthquake, that there is a huge bull and he has 2 horns and he's having the world on his one horn. So when he used to get tired, he used to switch it from one horn to another, and that is why we are having earthquakes, which is a stupid thing. It was just a story. It was a fairy tale. It was it was just a man-made story. It has no logical groundings. But now we know that there are different plates down the earth, and when the earth used to or when these plates used to move closely with each other, earthquake happened because of that. There are so many other things. For example, the cyclones or different storms, etc. Why do they come? We know because of the less pressure in that area. Air used to rush towards that area, and we have storms, etc. So now we know why these things are happening, and man can think independently, logically, and scientifically. I'm going to stop here. Inshallah, we will proceed from the same point tomorrow. I will, inshallah, see you in the next lecture. Thank you.